You walk into class stressed, tired, distracted, then the music starts and the movement begins. 45 minutes later, you're lighter, clearer, more alive. What just happened? That, my friends, is the mind-body connection in motion. Group fitness is more than just burpees and bicep curls. It's a reset for your brain and your body, a release for your emotions, a reclamation of your power.
Yeah, as the great Joseph Pilates once said, it is the mind itself which builds the body. In today's episode, we'll explore how group movement doesn't just transform your physique, it transforms your perspective. So get ready to experience fitness as your secret weapon for mental clarity, emotional balance, and deep inner strength.
Hey there, welcome to Group X Appeal. I'm Kimberly Spreen-Glick.
And I'm Terry Shorter. We're excited to bring you this hot and sweaty podcast.
With over 25 years of experience each in the health and fitness industry, we're here to share hilarious, heartwarming stories from our lives and careers.
And offer practical nutrition tips, expert exercise advice, and strategies for holistic well-being and a positive mindset.
Group X Appeal is your go-to source for inspiration, motivation, and a few laughs along the way.
So tune in and let us help you be the healthiest, happiest version of you.
Welcome to Group X Appeal.
Woo!
I am Kimberly Spreen-Glick here with
Terry Shorter.
And we are talking today about 5 easy to implement strategies to strengthen the mind-body connection through movement. We'll specifically be referencing group fitness because that's kind of where
That's what we do.
That's what we do. It's what we do.
That's where we live.
And it's what we love, and it's what lots of people do. And
that's what hopefully what you're doing, listener, right?
I hope
Our
so.
beloved listener.
Some form of movement in a group scenario because community rocks.
It absolutely does.
So, so the first tip that I've got for you is to set an intention before you even move.
Mm-hmm.
Set an intention before you go into the class or whatever it is that you plan on doing, and think to yourself, how do I want to feel? Like, what's my purpose for doing this? How do I want to feel by the end? Because if you can think about at the end of this 30 minutes, 45 minutes, hour, how you want to be feeling, then just allow yourself to be so fully present that you can make the choices as you go that will best lead you to that moment where you get to the end and you look back and you're glad you came. Mm-hmm. I mean, isn't that kind of the goal? Every time we move our bodies in any form of exercise is to get to the end and look back and be glad we did it, right? So setting an intention can help give you some clarity, some confidence, and help kind of move you through the experience. And then one other tip that's been really helpful for me, both when I am taking a class as a student, but also teaching a class, is before stepping in, saying to myself, I don't have to do this. I get to do this. Because at the end of the day, you don't have to do this. You could go run on a treadmill. You could go for a walk around the block. I mean, there are other things you could be doing. You don't have to do this. You get to do this. So to be able to say that to ourselves kind of puts us in a state of appreciation so that when we move into the class, it's in a more mindful way.
Yeah, that's a huge paradigm shift, saying that you get to rather than having to do it. Yeah. So put your mind at ease for sure. And I'd have to say you can kind of take that same philosophy, that same idea, and just about everything that you do, whether it's some people who may, him and haw about having to go to work. They have to go to work.
Right.
No, you get to go to work.
Yeah. You have a job.
You have a job.
What about even like going to the grocery store? I hear people complain, oh, I got to go to the grocery store. I'm like, you get to buy food.
Absolutely.
Like, you get to go.
You can go and hunt for that if you wanted to, or go and grow it and
or
pick
like
it.
not eat. Like,
There's that
choice
too.
is yours.
Yeah. So just that mindset makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
I love it.
Helps.
So the second one is, and it's it's connected and relates to Kimberly's shirt. If you're watching, you can see it clearly, but if you're not, her shirt says, inhale, exhale, love. So use your breath as a mental anchor.
Yeah.
Your breath is everything, whether you're in your yoga class, whether you're in Warrior 2 or some awesome pose that you're in, or whether you're doing a Tabata round during your interval training, notice your breath. When your mind races, just bring it back to your breath. Inhale, calm. Exhale any anxiety, any stress. Let all that, those feelings that you don't want, let those out. Because really, breath is going to allow you not just to get anchored in the moment, but also it's going to allow you to reset and kind of re-energize too. that's what it does for me. When I breathe,
Yeah.
it's not just a calming kind of experience. It also kind of gets me energized again. It's
powerful.
Yeah, it is very, very powerful and underrated.
Highly underrated. Highly. I think about the breath all the time, no matter what class I'm teaching, when I think about the fact that we breathe 15 to 20 times every minute of every day on average.
Yeah.
But they live in the background. Like we
Right.
don't really think about the breath. It's just there, even though it's so important, it's actually giving us life.
Right.
You know,
How ironic is that, right?
It's, no big
Gives
deal.
us vitality.
And so what you're suggesting is kind of bring it to the forefront of your experience, because if you can notice the breath and let that be where your attention is, kind of exactly the way you put it, it anchors you into the present moment. And that's kind of where your power is to get the most out of the experience anyway, right?
Absolutely.
So true.
Absolutely. So inhale, exhale, and love, baby.
And love. Yes, don't forget the love part,
That's the most important part.
right? Love yourself, love the
Yeah.
community,
Love
love
the
what you're
moment.
doing, love the movement, love the fact that you have a body that allows you to do it.
For
It's
sure.
amazing. So, third tip for you, feel your feet. Feel your
Go
feet
ahead and touch them
on
now. If you're driving, just stop
Reach
the car.
down, touch your
Reach-
feet. No. We're talking about getting grounded. Silly goose. But getting grounded, it's like feel your feet on the ground. If you're inside, on the floor. If you're outside, maybe it's on the grass or on the sand or the pavement or whatever. But get grounded, because when you're grounded in your body, it's just another way to bring your mind into the present moment. If you can kind of connect and then also engage your core, because your core is your powerhouse. And when you can engage from there and activate movement from the core, you're going to have, of course, more stability, more control. And it's just another way to be more in the moment, because when you're more grounded physically in your body, that just simply crosses over to being more grounded mentally as well through your focus. So grounded through your feet, strong through your core, boom, presence,
Magic.
stability, magic.
Magic.
There we go.
I love it. And I don't, it's so funny. I don't ground enough. I always, I got my shoes on, outside. I wear socks even indoors. I have to start getting
your feet get
grounded
cold?
more. No, it's a thing.
Yeah.
I just put my socks on.
If I go for a walk, like at the beach or a park,
Yeah. Shoes have to come off.
They come off.
Yeah,
They
for
have to
sure.
come off.
For sure.
Can't-
do that then.
yeah?
Yeah. So, but I got to do it more often.
Okay.
It's been a while.
All right. I challenge you.
All right. Challenge accepted. So the next tip would be turn your movement into meditation.
Oh,
So
how?
what does that mean? Well, any kind of movement can be your meditation, right? I go on 30-minute walks literally every single day, whether it's in the morning, first thing in the morning, or in the evening during sunset. I've got my headphones on and have music playing. So it's either music or like a Japanese lesson. And let the music, if you're playing music in your headphones, allow the rhythm of the music plus repetition kind of carry you into flow. And maybe you don't have 30 minutes, maybe you have 10 minutes. 10 minutes counts.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It absolutely counts. And before you know it, that 10 minutes turns into 15 minutes. 15 minutes turns into 20, and so on and so forth. So you don't have to think less, you just have to feel more. And that movement, and perhaps if you add the music with your movement and you find that meditative state, notice any sensations. Like I said, grounding is going to be one of my things as soon as the weather warms up too, by the way. I think I'm
Okay.
a fair weather walker.
Oh,
grounder.
I see.
So
Fair weather grounder.
I think that's what it is.
I've heard about people like you. Fair weather grounders, you.
Fair weather grounder. So, but while you are focused on moving into meditation, again, notice the sensations underneath your feet. Notice any muscle engagement in any of the other parts of your body. Notice the energy, and be in your body, not in your head. Just allow your body to feel, just to notice. And I think that in itself will strengthen the mind-body connection immediately.
Yeah.
And music helps.
Oh my gosh, it helps so much, for sure. And then the final tip we have for you, number 5, is to really just reflect, whether you've taken a class, gone for a walk, any kind of movement. And honestly, whether it's alone or with a group, like we're a big proponent of moving and exercising with community, because there's such power in that. We're all in this together and we're stronger together. But regardless of what you do, reflect after. Because if you can take a moment to just see how you feel after, whether it is 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45, an hour, how are you feeling in your body? So maybe touch base with those sensations again. Did any emotions come up for you? Are you feeling better than you felt, an hour ago if you just worked out for an hour? And another really good thing to remind yourself is this is a feeling that I want to have more often. So hold on to that. Like this reflection that you do at the end of your movement can be that moment where you kind of bookmark it in your mind, in your memory, so that when the next day comes and it's time to do the thing and you're coming up with all the reasons why you can't or shouldn't, other priorities come up or why you don't feel like it or whatever, you can kind of check back to that bookmark and be like, yeah, but when I finished yesterday or the day before or whatever, it felt so good. Maybe it was a release. Maybe it shifted you mentally somehow, brought you into a different mindset space, whatever it is. Take note of that. Reflect and take note of that, bookmark it.
Anchor in.
And anchor into that and recognize that that is something that is replicable. And so be sure to notice that so that you feel good about repeating that the next possible chance you have the opportunity to do so.
And those are some really great feelings to replicate and to feel again. And that's...
Do you like how I said replicable?
You said replicable.
That was a big word.
I have to look that up.
Yes.
So...
Biggest word I've used all day.
Listen, that was a huge word. That may cover you this entire week.
I try to impress him. Sometimes
she impressed me all the time, especially replicable. Replicable.
Even though I can't say
implementable. That's all right. We still love you for that.
Okay.
Listen, you just inhale, exhale, and love.
I will.
So when you could do that, get that post-class reflection, that also, because you kind of get grounded in those good feelings, those good sensations, you start building habits too, right?
Oh yeah.
Because your body wants more of those good, feel-good
dopamine.
hormones, the dopamine hits, right? So,
it's a feeling of accomplishment, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's fuel for the journey right there.
Absolutely. And if you don't, for example, if you've kind of taken that mental, that emotional, that physical inventory, if you don't feel anything at all, that would be interesting. I think that'd be almost impossible. Yeah. At least revel. Celebrate.
Hey.
Take a moment to celebrate just showing up.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely.
When all else fails. But it's going to be absolutely impossible not to, get those feel good sensations in your body for sure. Mm-hmm. So for you, have you ever experienced an emotional breakthrough mid-class, post-class, during any time, any part of the class? That's the question that we're posing to you.
Yeah.
Or maybe walked out feeling mentally transformed.
Yeah.
For you.
Some kind of mindset shift.
Yeah. Are there any particular classes where you feel any of those things?
Gosh, the two that are currently part of my weekly routine that probably really impact me in that way would be yoga. Because yoga is such a journey, right? It's such a journey of strength and mobility and stability and flexibility, all the abilities.
All the abilities. The abilities.
And we're constantly striking this balance of effort and ease.
Yeah.
And so much of it is about like trial and error. And it replicates life to me.
Sure. The ebbs and flows.
And so without even realizing it, like on my mat, sometimes I find myself kind of working through things because it so complements what life is like outside of it. And then I do teach at that BOSU class called FIT, Functional Integrated Training. And the empowerment that I tend to feel at the end of that class, I always feel this mental shift. And I look around and I ask for feedback because I see it in others as well. Those who not only just feel stronger that day having completed the workout, but who are getting stronger over time.
Right.
And I'm noticing that. And it's just such a cup filler for me. But I definitely feel empowered at the end of that class.
Right.
I'm not sure I could do one more lunge, but I'm very proud of all the ones that I just did.
Good for you.
And I'm feeling really strong and stable and all that fun stuff. How about you?
I love it. Well, yoga for me too. It's the same thing. It's so dynamic. And when I say dynamic, not just in the movement, but the emotional dynamics that you experience. It's even spiritually dynamic as well. So it just covers so many different bases, and it does reflect life. And the challenges and the celebration, the victories that you experience for sure, and the things that you need to work on. You know, right away, as soon as you leave your mat, you know what you want to improve, what areas you want to improve in.
It's true.
Right, whether it's mindfulness or whether it's you know, the physical portion of it, you definitely walk away knowing how you want to be better.
Yeah.
So, and then ripped would be the more, you know, the more physically focused, like fitness class for me.
Yep.
You know, it's very well rounded. But
The yayas.
yes,
Get out your yayas.
Exactly. Whatever those are. I'm gonna have to look that up.
I walk by his ripped class every Tuesday and Thursday morning. I promise you, they are getting yayas out. It's true.
I'm gonna have to figure out what yayas are. We'll talk offline. So, because where I come from, you yayas might be a little different, but that's all right.
Oh my.
So, but for you, again, we want to know, you know, how and when and where you've experienced those emotional breakthrough experiences in your classes. We love to hear your story.
Definitely.
Right?
I'd find it inspiring. So share. Let us know.
And be sure to tag us on Group X Appeal on, you know, social media. On here on YouTube, if you're watching it as well, please let us know down below in the comments. We love comments, even just a simple thumbs up.
Yeah.
We'd love to know how you're moving with meaning. That would mean the world to us.
Most definitely. And by all means, share this episode with anyone that you move with. Maybe it's someone you go to class with, or an instructor's class that you take, or just a friend, a neighbor, someone that could be inspired by the 5 tips we had to share today. Please do. Pay it forward.
Yay. And reviews.
Oh, yeah.
We do read the reviews, so please
Yes.
be sure to leave a review, whether it's on Spotify, whether it's on Apple, on YouTube. It just really helps more movement-minded folks find our show and connect with this incredible community that you're a part of.
Yeah,
so
we appreciate it.
We do. So that is it. You will not want to miss the next episode. We're going to be breaking open a series, a very special series.
Moms Who Inspire.
Yes.
Heading into the month of May, which is, of course, the month that has Mother's Day.
Mother's Month is what I call it.
Okay.
You get the
I'm
whole
okay
month,
with
Kimberly.
that. I will take it. You can have June.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So be sure to catch episode number 35. It's the next one that's coming up. But of course, not until you watch this one completely and share this one completely with everybody you know. And
There we
that's
go.
it.
Love it.
So as always, we thank you so much for joining us. We encourage you to make it a great day. And why, Kimberly?
Because it is a great day to have.
Yes, it is. I'm Terry. This is...
Kimberly.
And we're out.
Much love.